WoW Classic Hardcore, a game that tests the knowledge and skills of every classic WoW player to their fullest. Any player wishing to make it to 60 needs to use every tool at their disposal if they want to see surefire success. Settling for any less puts hours upon hours of time at risk. Professions are an integral part of Classic WoW and are one of the most useful tools in a player's arsenal for both utility and player progression. To most, the highest valued profession tends to be engineering, with its access to some of the strongest life-saving items such as target dummies and bombs. Yet I believe alchemy is not too far behind in value, and in some scenarios, maybe even more useful than engineering. And that's not even talking about the renowned Flask of Petrification that has saved thousands of hardcore players. In this video, I'll be discussing some of the most useful potions that will aid you on your journey to 60 in WoW Classic Hardcore. To begin, let's talk about some of the potion recipes that are obtainable as RNG world drops. First one to look at is the Elixir of Poison Resistance, which requires level 14 and level 120 alchemy skill to make. This can cure up to 4 poisons on your character, and this may seem rather underwhelming at first, but may come in surprisingly clutch when you least expect it. Many mobs, mainly spiders, have poisons which if you aren't playing carefully, can potentially kill you if you get low and don't have a way to heal or mana. Having at least 1 or 2 of these on hand as an alchemist if you get the world drop can never be a mistake, especially in hardcore. Next up, a potion a bit less obscure and generally far more useful is the Swiftness potion, requiring level 5 and 60 alchemy skill, and might possibly be one of the best consumables for hardcore leveling. The potion grants the user 50% increased run speed for 15 seconds, which is quite a long time, equivalent to a rogue sprint. This potion proves its usefulness in any scenario where you need to run away from mobs you usually can't outrun, which usually comes in the form of pulling one too many mobs when you don't have any mass roots, stuns, or threat drops, such as Frost Nova, Vanish, Feign Death, or even War Stomp. Even if you do have these, sometimes you may aggro more enemies, or the mobs could resist your attempts to escape, and that's where the Swiftness potion comes in. Its usefulness in so many situations and inability to be resisted, like other escape mechanisms such as target dummies, makes this an incredibly valuable item, even if it requires more agency from the player. And self-found as a world drop, this can be hard to obtain, but can be found more often in chests from zones in the 10 to 20 range, so if you really want this recipe, that's where I would look. The next potion for us to look at is the Invisibility potion, requiring level 37 and alchemy level 235. The recipe for this potion comes randomly from mobs of at least level 40 or fishing in level 40 plus zones. This potion unfortunately cannot be used in combat, but that does not undermine its usefulness. The biggest use for this potion is if you are stuck in something like a cave with too many mobs to handle on all sides, so if you're not a rogue, this serves as one of your only surefire, safe ways of escape in a situation such as that. To follow that up, we have another late game potion, but one that is extremely useful for all players, that being the limited Invulnerability potion, requiring level 45 and alchemy level 250. The recipe for this is also fished up or dropped in level 40 plus zones, and if you end up needing to fish for other high level alchemy or cooking recipes, you can get this or the Invisibility potion recipe as well. What this potion does is make the player immune to all physical damage for 6 seconds, which is extremely strong even with its limited duration. This can be used for 2 major functions, those being giving yourself immunity from standard auto-attacking mobs letting you heal or run away, or making you immune to fall damage if you drink this while falling. The usefulness of this cannot be overstated, as complete immunity is super strong at all levels and in both solo and group content, seeing as it is practically a paladin bubble in some scenarios.
Shit. No!
What the fuck was that?
Oh no! 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 No!
No!
Are you fucking kidding me?
There's no way.
I fucking hate
There's
this
no way.
game! Oh my
There's
god!
no.
Now onto 2 potions that don't require a world drop to learn, the first being the Swim Speed potion, requiring level 10 and alchemy 100, which is learned from any expert alchemy trainer. This potion is pretty situational, but is extremely useful when it's needed, since when you're in trouble in the water, whether it's fighting too many mobs or drowning, the double swim speed may be the only thing that can save you from certain death. The ease of access to this potion makes it a definite pickup for any alchemist, and you'll likely not regret having this at the ready. The final potion of this video is going to be the Free Action potion, sometimes sold by the major city alchemy vendors, requiring level 20 and alchemy 150. This potion gives your character 30 seconds of immunity to all stuns and movement impairing effects, but must be used before they happen. This mainly comes in handy when you know you're about to be rooted, dazed, or feared, and if that happens, you are likely dead. Most of the time, this potion is useful for its anti-daze effect if you have no other options, and with its relative ease of access, it can prove to be a pretty reliable asset for most. That concludes some of the most useful potions for WoW Hardcore Classic. Having many of these at your disposal will undoubtedly prove to be useful to most hardcore characters all the way until an endgame, and with their accompaniment of other alchemy buff elixirs, serves as a pretty good base to choose alchemy as your leveling profession over other alternatives. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Anyways, I'm out.